Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday meditation. Thanks for coming today. I'm going to push that back a little bit, move this a little bit like that. Today, I have a quote for you from Lao Tzu, and I'm going to put on my glasses to read it. We're going to focus on one particular line. Knowing others is wisdom. Knowing the self is enlightenment. Mastering others requires force. Mastering the self requires strength. He who knows he has enough is rich. Perseverance is a sign of willpower. We're going to pick on 3 lines today. We're going to pick on knowing the self is enlightenment, mastering self requires strength, and perseverance is a sign of willpower. We're going to start with the last one first. The perseverance is a sign of willpower. You need that in meditation. In a meditation life, you need perseverance or fortitude. You need to be able to stick with it over a long period of time and keep showing up on a regular basis, even when it's not working. Even when your mind wanders off, you still stay with it because it's a training, it's a practice. Perseverance pays off in meditation, and it's a sign of willpower. You have to will yourself into this, you have to strive toward it. Mastering the self requires strength. Well, it's the same thing. To master yourself, to master your mind, to control your thinking requires strength. And the strength, like all sorts of strength training, the more you lift the weights, the stronger you get. The more you practice meditation, the better you get at it. That's just the way the thing works. But the most important line here is knowing the self is enlightenment. And that's really what I want to talk about today. What self is known in enlightenment? One of the things that happened in the yoga movement that came to the United States is there's all this talk about self-realization, and that's a little s. It's all about knowing myself. But that's not what wisdom is. That's not what wisdom actually is. That's not what enlightenment is. Enlightenment is knowing big self, connecting to the Brahman, the Atman, the Godhead, the oneness of being. In which case, the self vanishes. The small self vanishes. Because in the state of union, in the state of oneness of being, you can't be there. If you are there, then that's not enlightenment. If you're in the presence of the oneness of being and you're still present, then that's not union. That's just the way it works. Enlightenment is the realization that you are soul and that your soul is made of source, of God, of divine love, however you want to say it. That's what is the result of a practice of meditation. Over a long period of time, you get to the place where you realize that your egoic self is not your real self. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. The aim of meditation life is no self, is connecting to the divine will, connecting in the union of being. In that place, self vanishes, and that realization is enlightenment. When you know that you no longer are, and that all that's left is the divine being inside you. Now, you can't stay in that state of no self, not in the world anyway. It's maybe somebody can, but I've never met anybody who can. I've never read about anybody who can. But once that experience happens, it leaves this residual of humility. And humility is the understanding that the divine prime power is all that there is, and everything else is less than, including the self. It's a radical reorientation of self-understanding because the self is then perceived to be not real. And the only real that's left is the divine itself, is self, God's self, himself, herself, however you want to say it. The practice of meditation takes willpower, it takes perseverance, and it develops strength of mind in pursuit of the divine. And here's the crazy thing: you have to have the desire to pursue the holy, to pursue the oneness of being. But in the end, even that desire vanishes because that desire is attached to self. And so I've read in Zen Buddhism, to attain Satori, you have to have the desire for Satori. But to actually have Satori, even the desire for Satori has to vanish. Because you can't bring yourself, you can't bring your egoic self into the oneness of being. And that's a natural outgrowth of being in the presence of the oneness of being, is the elimination, at least in a temporary sense, of the egoic self. Meditation leads to that. The reason why we practice this is because it works. It's a tool that actually works. So this morning, for those of you who haven't meditated before, there's all sorts of different circulations you could do. I was talking about this, I begin up here, and I go down my back, and I go down to my second chakra, and then I come back up again. You can do it in reverse. You can start here, and you can go this way. Down, you can flow down like a waterfall to your second or first chakra, and then back up to your third eye. But you don't have to stay there. I move between my chakras, and some days I flow this way, and some days I flow this way. Those are more advanced techniques. It's much easier to focus on a single spot and stay there for a while, a period of time, 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever, to train the mind to focus. And so in some traditions, they focus only on the third eye to start with, or some people like to focus on down here, 2 inches below the navel, below the belly button is basically where you'll find the second chakra. You can focus there and stay focused there for a long period of time in order to develop that strength of mind to stay focused in a single spot with your breath and your willpower. And then you can move with circulations or focus on other parts of your chakras. So if you're a beginner, pick a place and stay with it and aim your prayer, your centering prayer, your mantra at that spot. And whenever your mind wanders, just come back to it. So that's it for today for that sort of stuff. I'm going to say hi to everybody first. Diana Kearley, hi there. Diana Kearley and Catherine and Kristen. Cold morning in Kentucky. Hi, Sue in Pennsylvania, and Olga in Vienna. Summer in North Carolina. GC, hello. And Wendy over there in 0 degrees Fahrenheit, Northeast Kingdom of Vermont. Kirsten, hello. Susie in Boulder, and Charles. I sent that book, Charles. It's on its way. Sybil in West Bath. I was in Bath the other day. Took a hike there. Mary and Vicky and Catherine and Susie again, and Karen, Elise, and also in Maine, and Mary and Susie and Maggie and Sheila and Dan. Good morning, everybody. That's Margie in Ontario. Hey, Margie. Anyway, so enough of that kind of stuff. Welcome, and I'm here to meditate with you guys, and that's what we're about to do. Thanks for liking the video. I appreciate that. That really helps. And if you subscribe, that really helps. And if you tell your friends about Not Church and about our practice of meditation, which is based in centering prayer, that really helps too. And for those of you who wonder why I always wear a hat, because I have light sensitive eyes. And so these bright lights, they eventually wear down my eyes a little bit. And so I wear a hat. I wear my computer glasses. I've got those crazy orange computer glasses I wear all the time when I work in my studio. I wear dark glasses when I'm outside. I have light sensitive eyes. So that's what the hat's all about. Somebody asked. All right, my friends, let's do a little meditation. I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes. I hope that little chat helped you guys understand a little bit more about the mystical life And I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes and put that right there. And I'll see you all in 20 minutes or so. Thanks for being here this morning. When we gather together and we practice together, we bring our own light with each other, and that light magnifies together. It's the way it works. It's like, as someone explained to me, they take two candlesticks that are lit, and they touch the candles tips together, and the flames get 3 times as big. So, time for meditation. Talk to you soon. Setting the clock. I like to stretch out a little bit first. Relax my face, relax my shoulders, relax my feet. Take a breath in. Nasal breathing, abdominal breathing. Hold it for half a breath. Exhale, hold it for half a breath. See you in 20 minutes. Hello, everyone. How was your meditation this morning? Mine was peaceful, and quiet, and buzzy, sort of radiant on my inside. Nice. Kristen, good to hear. Well, my friends, thanks for your support, like showing up and liking and subscribing. I appreciated that a lot. And the other kinds of support you give too. That's very helpful. Healing, deep quiet, spacious, so good. All of those very nice. It really helps when we meditate together. It deepens everybody's practice. And the radiance gets shared between us all. All right, my friends, thanks for coming. See you soon. Maybe Sunday, not church. Happy New Year. Peace and love. All right. If you want to talk to me, you could hit me up in a session at peterpanagore.love. All right. Much love to everybody. Peace. Thanks, Charles. See y'all soon.